All right, guys, we're back. This is John Pettiford with BrandU101.com, and today I'm here to talk to you about how to build a website that wins. Okay, so in our last video, guys, we talked about how your website is your home, your house. And if you haven't seen that video, you can watch it over here. We'll put the link. We're going to talk about today how your website and your home needs furniture. Okay, well, there's 8 main pieces of furniture we're going to talk about today. Number 1 is high-res images. This is your photography, your video. You definitely need a lot of photography for a good website, or at least a couple really nice shots. You have to remember, big, beautiful photos make for a big, beautiful website. Most websites today are made with over 50% images. What does that mean? Well, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So what you want to do is say more with less. How do you say more with less? By using photos that answer a lot of questions. For instance, if you're a chef who specializes in grilling, don't just put photos of the food, have good, nice, bold pictures of you making the food. If you specialize in grilling, it'd be nice to see you flipping some burgers with huge flames popping up. That answers a lot of questions in the customer's mind. Let's say you're a handmade wood crafter. You don't just want to show the products. If you build furniture, there's one thing to show your chairs. You definitely want to have that. But you also want to show your process for making it. So pictures of you sanding the wood down, of cutting it on a saw. All those things are going to show the type of actions that go into your product. And they're going to answer a lot of questions about quality and just the reason you have the pricing that you have. Another example, if you're a t-shirt company, you don't just want to show your t-shirts. Anyone can do that. You also want to show the lifestyle that your t-shirts convey. So, if you have a target market, say if you make shirts for skateboarders, you want to show kids on skateboards doing tricks. Photos of that are really going to context your product and service and make sure that people understand what's the purpose of it and who's the intended audience, and they don't want to read about it. So this helps a lot. Videos are awesome, but you want to use them sparingly. There's a couple of reasons. For one, videos can tend to be pretty heavy on your website, so they can cause it to load a little slower. People want a fast browsing experience when they come to your website and any website. So, you want to make sure you're not bogging it down with big, heavy videos. In addition, videos can be expensive to produce, at least professional ones. And to be honest with you, you always want to use professional video on your website. The reason why is a bad quality video or an unprofessional video can actually hurt your business. So if you do a fantastic job with your photography, with your logo, your whole brand is professional, and then there's this really cheesy camera phone video of you, it's going to make you look bad. All right, enough about images. Let's get to the second piece of furniture that you need. That's going to be a logo. Honestly, I like to put logos as number 1 because it's such a big part of your brand. But it's not 100% necessary for a website. It's just highly recommended. Now, the reason you want to have a logo before you build a website, if possible, is you want to have your logo all over the place. Not in a way that's intrusive, but you just want to have it in different parts of the website to reinforce your brand. Now, if you have photos or graphic designs that have your logo tied into them, that's going to help a lot. Plus, if you have a space, if you have a building, an office, and you have your logo in different places around the office and different things on a coffee mug, those things are really going to reinforce your brand in photos. So you definitely want to have a logo if you can, but there is a way around it if you have to. Oh, and the last thing about a logo, it also makes for great merchandise. So, if you're a recording artist or a public speaker or a public figure, a personal brand, your logo is going to give something for people to identify with when you're building merchandise. And as you know, merchandise is a great revenue generator. So even if you're a chef, you can sell your food, but chances are people might want to buy your t-shirt too. All right, the third main piece of furniture you're going to need is your mission statement. You need something really quick people can look at once they see your pictures that they can relate to. So they might say, okay, what's this company about? A short little paragraph on your homepage is really going to help out a lot because it'll give a little background about what it is that you do and just answer some really basic questions that people might have after seeing the images. Number 4 is going to be your process section. Now, this section is something that's overlooked with a lot of people, and I always put this on my clients' websites. I have a client that's a wedding planner. We'll put an example up for you. She does more decoration than planning, but we put her process on there because brides who are out shopping in the market, they want to know exactly what they're going to have to do to work with this person. And when you put your process on there, preferably with icons, which we'll show you examples of as well, that just gives people a clear picture in their mind. Once they're sold on what you do, once they love the pictures and the photos that you engage them with, now they want to know what's the next step. So giving them, 3 or 4 very simple steps as to how you work and how you get the job done is going to really answer a lot of questions in people's minds and build trust. Process section would also be a great place for a how-to video. So if there's a couple steps that someone has to go through to order your product or service, you want to show them how to do it in a video. So it can be an infographic video, a graphic video that just shows using animations, or actually showing someone walking through the process of ordering your product or service. This section is going to be a great place for that. Number 5 is a bio or about page. Now, why do I say bio or about? Well, if you're a personal brand, you're going to want a bio. That's going to tell more about you, the person. If you're a company, you're going to want an about page. So these things are going to get even more in depth on why your company is unique and why your product is unique, and just tell them a little more of your backstory once people are engaged. Number 6 is going to be a contact form. Obviously, once people are interested, you're going to want to show them where to go, how to ask you questions, and if you have a phone number up there, that's awesome, but sometimes people aren't ready to make that commitment and give you a call. They just want a little bit of info. So your contact form is great for that. It's going to give them a field, and you need to think about these fields when you're building your website too. What's the fastest way you can get all the information that you need? So you're going to have to put fields in for that. For instance, if you plan events, you're going to want to know how many people are attending. You're going to want to know what's the budget. You're going to want to know what needs to happen. So you want to have fields, obviously a date, things like that. So you want to think about your contact form. What information do you need from your customers that they can provide for you very quickly and efficiently with that contact form? And number 7 is going to be your gallery. Why is a gallery important? Well, a gallery is going to show your best work. So if you're an artist, you're a photographer, obviously a gallery is necessary. But also other fields like a personal trainer, you might want to show before and afters, of your clients. Those kind of things are going to be huge when it comes to building trust with people visiting your website. In addition to building trust, it just showcases how gifted you are and how unique you are. So your gallery should show your best work and what you want to provide for customers. And don't put your work that you don't necessarily like doing on there, because whatever you show people in this gallery is what they're going to come to you for. So they always say, put out the type of work that you want to do. Number 8, and last but not least, are your leased properties. Leased properties are basically my term for website properties that you don't own. Your YouTube page, your SoundCloud, your Facebook, your Twitter, social media, all of those are what I call leased properties because you don't own them. So being that your website is something that you own, you want to host all these other properties on it. It's really easy to do for most of them. You can just embed them in your site. For instance, if you have a SoundCloud, you just get an embed code. Not very difficult at all to put on your site. Make sure you embed all of these things onto your website and give people one main place to find everything that they need. They might find you through Twitter, but they really like your YouTube. They might find you on Instagram, but they really want to read more or hear more about you using your articles. So make sure you give people a central hub with your website, no matter how they find you, and also give them alternate ways to follow you. These 8 things are the main pieces of furniture that are going to make your place a great place to visit. Your home online, which is your website, make it somewhere people want to come. Make it somewhere people feel welcome. So make sure you utilize all these tools, and there are plenty more, integrations and things that you can use to make your website upgrade, which, you can make a comparison would be like hanging pictures on a wall. They're more decorative. These are the main things that are going to make sure that people come and they enjoy and have a good time. And most importantly, make sure they get the information that they want so they can contact you and close the deal. Well, that's it for today, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact us at brandyou101.com. You can also leave comments in the comment section on YouTube or wherever you find this video, and we'll be happy to get back to you and answer any questions that you have. Once again, I'm John Pettiford from brandyou101.com. If you have any suggestions for future videos, we also like to hear those. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day.